Hello everyone, welcome to Peach on Earth Tarot. Today I'm going to be doing a reading for Leo for the month of May. You can have Leo anywhere in your chart, you can be a cross watcher. All that I ask is that if you're here watching this reading that you come with good intentions for yourself and for others. Okay, so Leo, when I was getting into your energy, like the very first thing that I heard was, it's been so long. And they kind of told me like you needed to fill in the blank for whatever it, when I said the words, it's been so long, whatever the thought was immediately after I said that for you is kind of like what this is going to be addressing. Now the song that I got kind of like zoned in on something particular. So if this isn't your particular thing, I will try to maybe like see other scenarios in the reading, but the song itself was for people who are having a bit of a dry spell, and I guess that could be in any way. You could be having a dry spell financially, romantically, sexually, mentally, in a lot of different ways. Or maybe you are being affected by like the drought right now or something. But anyway, so the song was Black Velvet by Alana Miles. If you've never heard that song, it's from the 80s, and it's a very, very sexual song. And so it's, she even is talking, like she literally says the words dry spell in the song at the very, very beginning. And so, yeah, I think that it could definitely be pertaining to something that you feel in lack of right now. Okay. I'm going to start with the literary witches, and I took out all the authors, and I don't really know why, but I did, and so, but that's what I'm being called to start with. So can I have one or two cards for Leo, please, for May? Well, let's say 2 or 3. Can I have 2 or 3 cards for Leo for May? What's the message for Leo, please, for May? Message for Leo. Sorry these are coming out so late. I've just been dealing with a lot of my own personal stuff lately, and sorry, that was loud. Okay, so we have wall, and to me this is kind of like a fortress. Like why it is that you've been in this dry spell, so to speak. Okay. Now we have the rabbit and the spider. I don't know why the spider, like just the rabbit and the spider, it reminds me of like a story, but this, the spider made me think of Game of Thrones and the character named Spider, Varys, I think his name was, and it's like he had little spies everywhere. I don't know why that would come up right now, but it just did. That's not really what the spider means, but he had like a network of people working for him. But anyway, rabbit, waiting, the dry spell, making leaps, adventure. Spider, focus, planning, digesting. So whatever it is that you are in a dry spell from, you might be doing it intentionally. I feel like, yeah, you're almost doing it intentionally, like you're focused on something else right now. Like say it is like a sexual dry spell because that song was so sexual. Like say you're choosing celibacy right now or something, and it's because you have to focus all your attention on something else right now. Like maybe you're trying to start a business and you don't want to get distracted by like relationships or something. And so that's kind of what it feels like. Hang on, I lost my train of thought there. But yeah, doing it with intention. It seems like you are, because the spider, you know, like, she doesn't get stuck in the web, but other things do. So it's like you're there intentionally. You are in the web intentionally. But it's like you're waiting to leave. Like you're waiting for the right time. Right now you just know something isn't the right timing. Okay. Let's see. We're going to use the Vice Versa Tarot to get a message for you guys. What is the message for Leo for May, please? Message for Leo. Okay. Okay, I like this. So it's the sun, but so on these cards, there's this side and that side, front and a back. So this is the back side of the sun. Now, as you can see, the sun is setting. And it's like, I don't know, something's being protected from this child. But there's that wall again. Do you see that? Who has that wall there? Yeah, it's like you're keeping something at bay right now. Now, I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. I think it's a good thing just because of what's on the deck here is like, so there's the Page of Pentacles and on the other side is the Queen of Pentacles. So when I said earlier, like about like trying to start a business, so you're kind of like putting off relationships or whatever, you're just trying to focus right now. And that's kind of what I'm getting here. Like, even though, you know, relationships and sex and whatever are good things, because the sun here, they are good things. But right now you just feel like you wouldn't be able to, like if you were to get into a relationship, maybe you feel like you would go off the rails with your business. So you want to solely focus on that until you get like it really, really steady and going strong. So you're kind of like putting everything else on the back burner. Not to say that you don't want those things or you don't value those things, but you maybe, it's like you're hyper focused on this thing and you don't want to get distracted. Because you know that if you keep your mind set, like, because this is the beginning, this is like you're starting something. I think you've already started something. And you know that this is your future. Like, you know that you can get here. You know that you can be abundant and fulfilled in a financial way, doing what you love to do. Okay. Yeah. Where are we at? I feel like this message is like going so fast. I guess we'll get some more here. We're going to get some more. Okay. What else for Leo for May, please? Okay. So we have the Seven of Swords. Oops. Sorry, you guys. Four of Pentacles. It's almost time for my daughter's piano lesson. I forgot. And then the Six of... Actually, you know what? Because they usually come out face down, I feel like I'm supposed to flip these like this. And then the last one is the Empress. Wait, this one's telling me to flip it that way. Okay, so what this is kind of telling me with the Seven of Swords and the Four of Pentacles is I feel like maybe there's someone or something that has shown interest in you, and you know it could bring a lot of happiness to your life, but like I said, you're not wanting to get distracted right now, and you feel like you would get distracted if they were to, if you were to let whatever this is in your life. I'm getting strongly like this is a person that, and maybe they show a lot of potential and you want to keep them in mind, or like as an option, not as an option, that sounds really terrible, but it's just right now you, like I said, you're very driven on other things, and you feel like you couldn't give to them everything that they deserved, and that you would be kind of like robbing them, you know? And with the Four of Pentacles, yeah, it's just like wanting to keep to yourself. And you might not even be telling people what it is you're doing. Like, they don't understand why you can't put time and energy into them. It's because you're like really focused inward, and you're really trying to start something for yourself. You're trying to begin something. You know, it is important to balance play and work, but this doesn't feel like work to you. I feel like you are really, really driven towards it right now. Now, with this Six of Swords, you know, it is forward movement, and like moving forward towards the Empress energy. And now we had the Queen of Pentacles earlier. Now you're actually like Empress energy. That's the North Star is right above her head. So it's like you are following your path, and people are either with you or against you, kind of, you know. So it's like, you know, right now I can't hang out with you. I can't be romantic with you because I'm doing my own thing. And either they say, okay, that's fine, I completely understand, but they still like want to spend time with you and hang out with you and be your friend. That's okay. It's kind of like in the, I don't know if you've ever seen Lilo and Stitch, but in that movie, her older Lilo's older sister has custody of Lilo, okay? And she is like 19 or something, and so she's trying to work and balance a home life and taking care of a, you know, like a 5-year-old, and she's just like really struggling because she's so young, and this was just like thrust upon her after tragedy hit her family when her parents died or whatever. So, and then there's this guy that's interested in her, and she's just like, you know, you can tell that she's interested, but she can't commit to him in that moment. So, you know, they have to just agree to be friends. And that's kind of like what I'm getting here. It's what I'm getting here. Where are we at? We're only at 12 minutes. This is going so fast. I feel like there's not anything else to say to you. Like, you are doing what you're supposed to be doing. I guess we can be nosy and see what this other energy is. But, okay, so I do like this. On the bottom of this deck is the star. Look, in the Eight of Cups on the other side, there's a comet. It's like the star. It's like giving you hope. And it's almost like the cups part of your life you do know is like they're empty and broken. It's like you aren't getting anywhere in that area. And sometimes you might miss it, but I really feel like you are making the choice to focus elsewhere right now. But the star means that it's like healing. It's by focusing on you, you're also healing maybe some wounding that you have in your emotional capacity. Like when it comes to relationships, I feel like by pouring it into yourself, you're like healing like the ways that either you mistreated people or let people mistreat you, I'm hearing. So by like focusing on yourself, you are healing something internally as well. Maybe it's like a codependence type of thing. I don't know. Or it's like a codependence or an independent thing, which doesn't seem like it would make sense to be an independent issue. I do feel like Leos can tend to be pretty independent, but it's almost like by truly letting yourself reach your goals and like fulfill yourself, I don't know, it's like healing something about being independent. You are healing something about it. Yeah. You know what? It's kind of like up until this point, I've been in Leo's energy, like justifying the whole like work hard and avoid this other stuff. But when I re-look at the cards from a different perspective, it's almost like there is something good that you are keeping out. Like you are, and you're holding back a little bit, but you are healing something. I think that you're really reflecting emotionally, because the Empress, before it was the Queen of Pentacles, and now it's the Empress. And the Empress is abundance in all forms, like in all matters of life, you know, financially, emotionally, health. It's like, and so, and I'm not saying like give people a shot if you don't want to. Absolutely not. Don't do that. But I think in the back of your mind, like, you might have offers that you know are promising and that you would be good for you, but you might have an issue with independence, not codependence. Like, I don't think you would be codependent. You have an issue with independence that you are healing, because the Six of Swords is also healing. It's going from like rough waters to calm waters, and it's going straight to the Empress. Yeah. It's okay to have it all, Leo. It really is. As long as you're, you know, healthy about everything, then, you know. Okay. We are going to, let's see. I might get a crystal, wisdom, healing, oracle, and a numerology. It depends on if we have time, but we're going to start with the crystal. What's the crystal advice for Leo for May, please? Crystal advice for Leo. Aquamarine didn't come out. I mean, it did, but it was like with a big stack. So I'm not taking it, but I might look at the main words of it. But you have this one, charoite. I'm not sure. It is breaks down to a 5. 50 breaks down to a 5, and that is, we are in 5 season right now. I tell you what. Yesterday was 555 portal. So, okay, where's the book for that? Um, 50. Wound healing. Charoite provides deep physical and emotional healing, transmuting negative energy. It converts dis-ease into wellness. With its assistance, you recognize that your greatest trauma is also your most profound gift. Accept it with grace. Charoite re-energizes, heals, and integrates dualities, healing past life dis-ease carried into the present life. Deep fears and schisms pervading your being. You may not feel that you belong on Earth. Alienation and insecurity lie beneath a deceptive calm surface. Oh, that's that kind of like... Did I talk about... No, I didn't talk about imposter syndrome with you guys. I don't... Anyway. Let's see here. You're subtly driven by other people's thoughts. I'm so sorry, you guys. My daughter has piano. I have to go start that, so I'll be right back. Okay, Leo, I'm so sorry about that. I had to go put my daughter on Zoom for her piano lesson. Anyway, I'm going to start over because I was like losing focus because I had something else to do, and I don't know. ADHD is all acting up today. Anyway, Charoite provides deep physical and emotional healing. Transmuting negative energy, it converts dis-ease to wellness. With its assistance, you recognize that your greatest trauma is also your most profound gift. Accept it with grace. Charoite re-energizes, heals, and integrates dualities, healing past life dis-ease carried into the present life. The healing of the past life dis-ease in the present life is kind of like that. If you're like ultra independent, you know, it's helping you. Because what do they say? It's like ultra independence is a trauma response just as much as like codependence is. Like where you can't rely on anyone or anything because of things that have happened to you in your past. You can only rely on yourself. I just heard those words again. It's been so long. I don't know. Okay, so deep fears and schisms pervade your being. You may not feel that you belong on earth. Alienation and insecurity lie beneath a deceptively calm surface. You are subtly driven by other people's thoughts and programs rather than your own. Your autonomic please ignore me. Nervous system may be malfunctioning. If so, needs recalibrating. But your autonomy, I don't think, is malfunctioning. I mean, maybe driven by other people's thoughts and programs, like that could be like that independence. Like maybe you've been taught like you can't rely on anybody, and you know we shouldn't be codependent on others, not at all. But it's important to learn how to integrate your independence with someone else's independence. You know, to bring your closer together with other people. Time to take control. You are undergoing a vibrational change, creating links to higher realities. Visions of past lives suggest ways to redress karma personally and collectively. You know, I'm actually hearing it both ways now because when I was reading that last paragraph, they were like, Jen, the whole reading was about them needing to avoid relationships so they could do their own thing because they always get sidetracked. And so, I mean, it could be very much both of these things. Like, it's a different message for all of you. Like, some of you might feel codependent and some of you might feel ultra independent. And you can't kind of like let the lines blur. You know, like if you're codependent and you're trying to be independent, you can't let the lines blur with like romantic relationships, or else you will get wrapped up in that instead of doing your own thing. Visions of past lives suggest ways to redress karma personally and collectively. So maybe do some like past life meditations and stuff. That could be like advice about ways to heal whatever this wounding is. Like, yeah. And accepting the present moment as perfect, you create the space to heal. Yes, the present moment is perfect, you know? It's like exactly where you're supposed to be. What do you want to do with the next moment, you know? Okay, now I do want to get a Moonology card. What time are we at? 23 minutes? Just because that was, I feel like it was a lot of kind of what we were saying already, but then also, I don't know, I couldn't focus on it. And I think maybe you might be having the same issue. Like, whatever that advice was for you, you might be having a hard time focusing on it. It's like integrating your path with another person, or you worry that it's going to like derail you again, you know? Okay. Can I have a Moonology card for Leo, actually? Okay, yeah. Moonology card for Leo, please, for me regarding this reading. Luck is on your side. And then on the bottom, new moon in Sagittarius. So new moon in Sagittarius is going to happen in like December, like late November, first 2/3 of December, somewhere in there. Luck is on your side. And then you have here, believe in the impossible. So it's almost like it's that sun card. The sun card was first telling you, like, you can have the best of both worlds. They ended this reading, or these cards, with the sun and the Empress. So it's like, you can have the best of both worlds. You can have your career and you can have love or relationships or whatever capacity it is you want it in. And I think that, you know, like you're almost to that point where it's like, okay, I feel like with this career thing, if that's your story, you're kind of like the finish line is in sight, and but with that, with seeing the finish line, it's almost like, and I'm not saying your work is ever done, because it's not, but it's almost like you get to a point where it's like a comfortable thing, like you have a steady flow going with it. And then you see the finish line coming up, and you're like, okay, now that this is coming up, I have to be able to let people into my life now. I have to work on that next. That's your next thing, like that you're supposed to be healing. And you're like, it's been so long. It's been so long. How am I going to do this? But I think you're going to be really, really guided. They're going to really show you the way. And to have fun with it, because this is Sagittarian energy, and Sagittarius, you know, they can really go with the flow, you know, and I think that's kind of what you're being asked to do. So, okay, Leo, this has been your reading. I hope it was helpful. If it was, you can like, comment, share, subscribe. I thank any of you for being present today, any of your guides that were present, any of my guides that were present, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye.